in previous tournaments at CHAN. The two times that they progressed into the semi-finals of the competition, they lost the opening game. And looking that the team has already lost its opening game against Senegal, are you sort of drawing inspiration from that to reach the final four?
Like I said, I don't think about what happened before, what happened after. I just only focus on my player of this big game. And if we lose against Senegal, Senegal is a big team. Senegal is a very big team. So the reality, if you watch again this game, you will see that we deserve a draw. But because we did a mistake, we lose this game. So in my position, I need to think about positive attitude, about our last game. Like Junior said, we watch and we work on our mistake. And actually, I just during a competition, you have one game. You have one game, and this game will decide what happened after. And this game for us is now. So I want to tell you again that we are focused. There is a lot of expectation for my player, for this group. They improve every day. This is the reality, and they deserve to do a great game.
My name is Mike from Nigeria 54 Football X. 8 Remo Stars players in the starting lineup lost to Senegal. A total change in formation. Would you say that affected the way in which the team delivered? And are we looking forward to a tweak in tactics formation depending on the number of Remo Stars players that are expected to be involved tomorrow? Thank you.
I want to, before to answer your question, I'm surprised about that, because if you look the other national team, there is a lot of player. Maybe if you look the Sudan team, there is a lot of player about the two best club of the league. The first, if you look the South Africa, maybe they have a lot of player of one club, and Morocco and the other. The reality in this list, you need to bring the best player. And for me, Remo Star was the best team in the Nigeria. This is the reality, and we try to bring the best player. But look, before this last list, the reality missed 8 players who signed, who decide to leave the country for their life, for their career. And some of these guys never called to say that. So we work during 4-5 weeks with the guys who want to play for the country. And once again, we are ready. But there is no selection. There is no selection now in this tournament. We have no player for the best club in their league. So for tomorrow, I just try to make the best player on the pitch right now. And for the last game, it was the same. And in my judgment, this is my job to make some choice. And the job of the player is to accept this choice and show the strengths. So I'm ready, and the player are ready. And the player in the 11 start will be deserved that. I know that is the game project who ask a lot of intensity, a lot of aggressivity. So at the last moment in the game, I know that physically it will be difficult for us. I talk about the team and I talk about the first team. But I'm surprised because you talk about the Zimbabwe, and now we are on the Shan, but you don't talk about the Rwanda when we play before the Zimbabwe. So if you want to talk about the game, you can talk to every game, not just one game. And you know, for the AFCON during the tournament, you were the best team in the tournament. So I was disappointed about that. So this is football, and I can. I don't when I'm when I'm on the pitch, in the pitch, I don't think about the journalist, about the camera. I leave the game with my player. And if I'm happy, I'm happy. And if I'm hungry, I'm hungry. If I'm disappointed, I'm disappointed. Now, if I need to 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 to, to try to look what happened around me, no, I leave the football. I'm with my player, and I have a lot of expectation for my player, and I do my best. About the expectation, you forget something too. You forget the Unity Cup, and the Unity Cup starts with the Super Eagles, and after that, we will have the women AFCON, the under 20, and now it's the Shan. And just before, because we talk in French, I just said to stay ambitious, we need to win this game against Sudan. But I don't want to talk about our ambitious of the. It's okay for Taiwo. It was a little injury, and he need again some time. In the reality, I don't want to take some risk because the reality, Annie was the first goalkeeper, and now this is why we bring another goalkeeper, and I trust with the youngest guy. But the reality, if you look,
is match ready.
but for me, it's the reality. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for us because we have some time to prepare the game. We have some time to prepare the game, but the reality, it's better to win and have 7 days to prepare the other game. So once again, this game is very important because if with this game we will become ambitious, and the reality, physically, if God give us the country from some of these guys take the jersey maybe for the first time. So there is. I don't want to give and explain about the first game, but this is the reality. So after that, this is the first time maybe they have a coach. I don't want to say that I'm different. I'm different. I'm not a Nigerian coach, and I think something new. I want something new, or maybe I don't say this. My vision is best. I don't say that. Maybe I have something different. So they need to improve and to try to understand what I say and what I want. So this is an adaptation for us and for me too, because sometimes I feel that they don't understand what I want, or it's my fault because I need to have an adaptation for this guy. So if I can say a difference between the player in Nigerian country and the player the Nigerian guy who playing in Europa or in the world. These guys they have a chance to work in the big clubs. In the big clubs.
The two times that they progressed into the semi-finals of the competition, they lost the opening game. And looking that the team has already lost its opening game against Senegal, are you sort of drawing inspiration from that to reach the Final Four?
Like I said, I don't think about what happened before, what happened after. I just only focus on my player of this big game. And if we lose against Senegal, this is not Senegal is a big team. Senegal is a very big team. So the reality, if you watch again this game, you will see that we deserve a draw. But because we did a mistake, we lose this game. So in my position, I need to think about positive attitude, about our last game. Like Junior said, we watch and we work on our mistake. And actually, I just during a competition, you have one game. You have one game, and this game will decide what happened after. And this game for us, it's now. So I want to tell you again that we are focused. There is a lot of expectation for my player, for this group. They improve every day. This is the reality, and they deserve to do a great game.
My name is Mike from Nigeria 54 Football X. 8 Remo Stars players in the starting lineup you lost to Senegal. A total change in formation. Would you say that affected the way in which the team delivered? And are we looking forward to a tweak in tactics formation depending on the number of Remo Stars players that are expected to be involved tomorrow? Thank you.
I want to, before to answer your question, I'm surprised about that, because if you look the other national team, there is a lot of player. Maybe if you look the Sudan team, there is a lot of player about the two best club of the league. The first, if you look the South Africa, maybe they have a lot of player of one club, and Morocco and the other. The reality in this list, you need to bring the best player. And for me, Remo Star was the best team in the Nigeria. This is the reality, and we try to bring the best player. But look, before this last list, the reality missed 8 players who signed, who decide to leave to leave the country for their life, for their career. And some of these guys never called to say that. So we work during 4-5 weeks with the guys who want to play for the country. And once again, we are ready. But there is no selection. There is no selection now in this tournament who have no player for the best club in their league. So for tomorrow, I just try to make the best player on the pitch right now. And for the last game, it was the same. And in my judgment, this is my job to make some choice. And the job of the player is accept this choice and show the strengths. So I'm ready, and the player are ready, and the player in the 11 start will be deserved that. I know that is the game project who ask a lot of intensity, a lot of aggressivity. So at the last moment in the game, I know that physically it will be difficult for us. I talk about the team and I talk about the first team. But I'm surprised because you talk about the Zimbabwe, and now we are on the Shan, but you don't talk about the Rwanda when we play before the Zimbabwe. So if you want to talk about the game, you can talk to every game, not just one game. And you know, for the AFCON during the tournament, you were the best team in the tournament. So I was disappointed about that. So this is football, and I can. I don't when I'm on the pitch, I don't think about the journalist, about the camera. I leave the game with my player, and if I'm happy, I'm happy, and if I'm hungry, I'm hungry. If I'm disappointed, I'm disappointed. Now, if I need to 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 to, to try to look what happened around me, no, I leave the football. I'm with my player, and I have a lot of expectation for my player, and I do my best. About the expectation, you forget something too. You forget the Unity Cup, and the Unity Cup starts with the Super Eagles, and after that, we will have the women AFCON, the under 20, and now it's the Shan. And just before, because we talk in French, I just said, to stay ambitious, we need to win this game against Sudan. But I don't want to talk about our ambitious of the. It's okay for Taiwo. It was a little injury, and he need again some time. In the reality, I don't want to take some risk, because the reality, Annie was the first goalkeeper. And now this is why we bring another goalkeeper, and I trust with the youngest guy. But the reality, if you look,
Is match ready.
but for me, it's the reality. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for us, because we have some time to prepare the game. We have some time to prepare the game. But the reality, it's better to win and have 7 days to prepare the other game. So once again, this game is very important, because if with this game we will become ambitious, and the reality, physically, if God give us the country from some of these guys, take the jersey maybe for the first time. So there is. I don't want to give and explain about the first game, but this is the reality. So after that, this is the first time maybe they have a coach. I don't want to say that I'm different. I'm different. I'm not a Nigerian coach, and I think something new. I want something new, or maybe I don't say this. My vision is best. I don't say that. Maybe I have something different. So they need to improve and to try to understand what I say and what I want. So this is an adaptation for us and for me too, because sometimes I feel that they don't understand what I want, or it's my fault because I need to have an adaptation for this guy. So if I can say a difference between the player in Nigerian country and the Nigerian guy who playing in Europe or in the world, these guys they have a chance to work uh, in the big clubs, in the big clubs.
Welcome back to the channel. It is the live coverage of match day 2 of the ongoing Championship of Africa and Home Nation. Talking about Chan as the Nigerian home-based Super Eagles B team take on Sudan in their second game of this ongoing competition. Remember, it is a win or a must-win game for the Chan Eagles, as Eric Chell will be aiming for his first victory and in this tournament with the boys. Recall that the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost their first game to Senegal by a lone goal. And after Senegal earlier played out a 1-1 draw against Congo, it means Nigeria are condemned to get maximum point, or at least a point to stay in this competition. If the Chan Eagles fail to get maximum points, they will be entirely out of the tournament. But a draw could surface for them, meaning they go into their last game against Congo in a must-win situation, and hope that, of course, Sudan do them a favor by beating, of course, Senegal in their last game. Is the live commentary of this game coming live from the Amman Stadium in Zanzibar, where Nigeria will be taking on Sudan. Right about now, the national anthem of both nations is being sung. And I'll not be doing this alone. I've got my commentator in the studio, the Bishop himself, Nonto Arinzechi, will take us through the commentaries of this particular game, where, of course, I supply the passes from the flank. Hopefully, it will be a better attack, better, sharper than the attack of Anthony Ijoma and Sikiru Alimi laying the line for the home-based Super Eagles. Arinze, how do you feel this lovely Tuesday evening? It is 1 week for the boys. They had, when you talk about rest, this is rest personified. Play a competition, have 7 days to rest. I have never seen it before, but the Chan Eagles have enjoyed it. Hopefully, they make the best of this.
Absolutely. You took it out of my mouth, the Super Eagles of Nigeria must, today is a must do or die for the boys. They know they must get the result from this game, even only if they will be going to the next round of the African Nations Championship. Unfortunately for them, they don't have not in a group that has 5 teams.
Yeah.
They have 4, so they play only 3 games. And so this game looks like a final before the final. For Eric Charlie said it, they know they're under pressure, yes, but for him it's about the boys getting the job done. And that he loves being under pressure. And that's a good word from the manager. So 90 minutes will tell whether the Super Eagles can turn the tide. Like you said, the team looks ready to go. Munduka Jr., the captain, already is gingering the boys. You can see him trying to lead the team. And we hope at the end of the day, Nigeria gets results against Sudan. Again, don't forget, Sudan are no pushover when it comes to continental football, in club football in Africa. And hopefully Nigeria will want to turn the tide and get results in this.
Of course, Sudan have gone for a 4-3-3 formation in this particular encounter, with one man leading the line for them, jersey number 11 in that one. It's not going to be an easy encounter, but also take us through the Chan Eagles starting lineup.
Okay, for the Chan Eagles, of course, this is how they will be lining up in this game. Of course, in goal is Lawal Mustafa Bola Kale. He plays for Shooting Stars in jersey number 16. Junior Harrison Duka, of course, the captain of the team, will be in jersey number 4. Ngenge Leonard Chukudalo, the defender, in jersey number 5. And of course, you have Olawaleko Dedayo, in jersey number 10, playing from the midfield. Olani Taufik Abayomi, of course, a new inclusion. One of the 2 changes made by Eric Sekochel. They play in the midfield in jersey number 8. Of course, other players in the defense, you have Ismaila Sadiq, in, of course, jersey number 11, and Abdul Rafai Abib Taiwo, also in jersey number 13. To complete the lineup, of course, you have in the midfield Tochuku Raymond, Haruna in jersey number 18. And that,
Hadi Haruna.
Yes, Hadi Haruna, but that's what is being written here in jersey number 18 in the midfield. And of course, in the attack, of course, no introduction, Tochuku Raymond, and of course Sikiru Alimi Adewale of Remo Stars. It's looking like I can tell you there are 7 Remo Stars players in the starting lineup for Nigeria. But of course, just to wow you a bit as well, there's also, as I speak to you, 7 Al Hilal Khartoum players in the lineup of Sudan. The rest of the players play for either El Merreikh Khartoum for Al El Wadi Yawal of Sudan. So it looks like both teams are made up of two teams. Nigeria is Rebel Stars team, and for Sudan is Al Hilal Khartoum. So it shows one thing: both teams know themselves. It's like Rebel Stars versus Al Hilal because they've been playing together for so long the time, and wait and see what they bring. Again, don't forget both teams are champions in their respective leagues, and wait and see how they pan out in this encounter. So it is, like you said, the 4-3-3 formation. Just two changes: Taufik coming in, Olaniyi, and of course not forgetting Hadi Haruna as well in just number 18 for Nigeria.
But of course, like you rightly mentioned, three changes for the Chan Eagles in this particular one. Coach Eric Sekuchel has now gone for a 4-3-3 formation as opposed the 4-4-2 formation he went in the first game. In that game where Nigeria lost by a goal to 0 to Senegal. And right now, the Sudanese will be kicking off from left to right and will be attacking Nigeria from right to left in this particular one. So take us through this one.
Okay, guys, officially kick off in this game between Nigeria and Sudan. Like, of course, Abdul did say, of course, Nigeria is playing from left to right. Of course, while Sudan will play from the right to left. Nigeria playing on the green.
Sudan is playing
right to left. Nigeria
Yeah.
is playing left to right. And Nigeria is from the green jersey. Of course, shall I say our new traditional jersey. And of course, while Sudan, of course, is playing with a white jersey with red stripes. Okay, throw in to Sudan. Jersey number 5. We'll take this one for Sudan.
Number 9, rather.
Just number 9, Yasir Awad. A long throw in, defended well by Nigeria. Sudan still with the ball. Again, trying to ask the early question. Like I said, for Nigeria, we're chasing it. It goes out for a throw-in for Nigeria. Early exchanges, Sudan the better team.
Yeah. Even before we go to looking at the Nigerian lineup, I think Eric Chell has finally played to the strength of the team. I like the fact that a 4-3-3 formation with Haruna Hadi playing in the center of this one. And then, of course, flanking him on the flank is Anthony Ijoma, who plays for Abia Warriors.
Yeah.
And, of course, Sikru Alimi, who plays football in no other than talking about Remo Stars. In this one, like rightly mentioned, we've got 7 Remo Stars players in the starting lineup of Nigeria. 1 for Shooting Stars. The centre-back pairing of Leonard Ngenge and no other player. Talking about Unduka Jr.
Yeah.
Hopefully will work today, because when you look at Leonard Ngenge, he used to play football just last season for Ikorodu City, and right now he plays football for Remo Stars.
Yeah.
So it's a partnership of 2 players who are playing in the same
club. Yeah.
And will probably understand themselves better in this particular one. Of course, Rafiu on the left-hand side plays football for Rivers United, the Nigerian Deputy League champions, if there's a word like that in football. Of course, Rivers United, remember, finished second in the Nigerian Premier Football League. And then Ismail Sadiq needs no introduction. Come on. We know what he can do. Taiwo Abdurrauf, I beg your pardon, plays on the left-hand side for Port Harcourt based side, Rivers United, and of course Ismail Sadiq plays
At the right
on the
back.
right-hand
Yeah.
side. He's been consistent for the Super Eagles main team. He's been playing there for a while. He knows to a large extent this team. So I expect something huge from a player like Sadiq Ismail in the midfield. Of course, Tochukwu, fantastic game the last time, I must say. He was one of the better players for Nigeria. Talking about Raymond Tochukwu in our last game, where of course the Chan Eagles slim lost by a slim 1-0 to Senegal.
Yeah.
He was one of the best players for Nigeria. And then you've also got Adebayo in the midfield, and of course Taufik Otani are good players for me. So I think it's a balanced 11. Hopefully these players play better than we saw against Senegal.
Throw into Nigeria. Don't forget early kickoff. We saw Congo, and of course Senegal play out a 1-1 draw, which means that Senegal have got 4 points and had all but through to the next round of the Africa Nations Championship. Good throw there. Long throw, just number 13 will take it for Nigeria. That is Rafiu Habib cleared. Of course, it goes out. Again, good defending there by Sudan. Of course, played it off the defender. Smart defending there. And it'll be a goal kick for the Sudan national team.
I think so far, so good. After 4 minutes of play, one can safely say not a bad start for the Chan Eagles. Something similar to what we saw against Senegal in our opening game. Although, at some point, the Senegalese grew into the game and began to dominate. I correctly mentioned a team that is producing 7 of their starters from the, of course, Al Hilal Omdurman or Khartoum.
Khartoum.
Al Hilal Khartoum team.
Yeah.
It just tells you that the Sudanese also have that same synergy we expect the Remo Stars players to have. It's now left for our players to be able to translate what Eric Sekuchel has taught them in training into the field of play. Now, Haruna Hadi, one of the better players or one of the best players in the Nigerian Premier Football League last season, 24-year-old. Of course, I played football last season with Remo Stars. Even though, Remo Stars did not score a lot of goals in the league, but you could see the impactful play of Haruna Hadi, and hopefully he brings it to bear in this game. The last time we complained of synergy among the players, and hopefully today we'll be able to see better orchestration, better organization from the Nigerian front three.
Okay, wait and see how things pan out again. That was a poor cross there from Bankole Afis into the box. Unfortunately, it meets no man up there, and to roll out for a throw-in for Sudan. Eric Chell on a black on black. I don't know what he's thinking. Not a happy man, I must tell you. But it's just early exchanges in this game. Still Nigeria winning the area ball. Nigeria winning the 50-50s. Unfortunately, Sadiq, what can he do? He's impeded. Referee says, yes, free kick Nigeria. That'll be a free kick for Nigeria, close to the throw-in area. Good play there from just number 10, the new substitute, the man who's making a turn to the starting line. I'm talking about, of course, for Nigeria, Olamileko Adebayo. Okay, that's a throw-in. For Sudan, again, Nigeria not making use of the set pieces. Can't seem to worry. Eric Chell asking questions, what's going on in the heart of the midfield? Don't forget, 2 changes were made in this game, both in the midfield. Taufik Oladiyi and, of course, Haruna, the 2 players that he brought in to cause a new change in the midfield of Nigeria. Good control, Nigeria with the ball. A good turn. He dilly-dallies, wastes a lot of time, heads nowhere. Okay, still Nigeria with the ball. A good pass there to the wings. Try to find the left back. But Sudan will clear out for a goal kick.
Well, interesting to note that, of course, the coach of Sudan is former Ghanaian international
yeah. Yeah.
Of course, one time, I'm mistaken, coach of the Black Stars
as
of Ghana,
well. Yes.
Also in that one, so he's also got experience on the African pedigree. I think we've seen former players who are also doing well. Benny McCarthy, of course, the coach
of Kenya.
The Harambee Stars of Kenya in this competition. The Kenyans are already through to the quarterfinals of this competition. So it's interesting to see ex-players also come in and try their own. Bring what they can, what they've learned while playing on the field, to also translate it to what they can do on the as a coach. So it's interesting to see how they fare and how well they do in this particular one.
So far, so good. Nigeria is the one asking the questions, keeping Sudan in their own half. But of course, so far, like in the first game, one thing Nigeria has failed to do is score goals or hit the target. Nigeria did not hit the target at all in the first 45 minutes of that encounter. They'll be hoping they can, get a shot on target in this one. Nigeria, just number 3 with the ball. Can he put a cross through? He goes back to the midfield. Nigeria trying to build. A good pass there. Defense splitting pass. Can he get a good cross in? He tries. But then we go out for a corner kick there. Again, good play there from the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Well, I think good play from the left back, talking about Abdurrafiu, just number 13. Taiwo Abdurrafiu plays football there for, of course, Port Harcourt-based sides. And talking about Rivers United and all of that. So hopefully we can find something from this one and are able to deliver a perfect cross into the box.
A corner kick for Nigeria. Wait and see if the delivery would be absolutely beautiful. Can he get a man? Of course, Nduka Jr., one of the targets, one of the most biggest men in the box for Nigeria. We've got, of course,
Leonard Ngenge
as well, the other centre half.
Leonard Ngenge, yeah, of course.
And Anthony Joma, yes, not forgetting just number 8. The new man, Taufik, is also very tall. Wait and see, can this cross come in? Could he cross a good delivery? A good delivery there for Nigeria! The goalkeeper comes in, puts a punch, and clears out. Still another good delivery, but that will be another corner kick for Nigeria. Sadiq delivering right.
Well, I think for Sadiq, I still say one of his best strengths is delivering crosses. Not convinced with his defensive play, not convinced with attacking play. But if he can give the right crosses, in the last game I was not impressed with his crosses, but if he can find the right crosses today, it'll be something that will interest me.
A good cross there again. Fantastic delivery by Sadiq, but again Sudanese will clear. Nigeria trying to recycle. Sadiq, he tries for another cross. Of course, good defense there by Sudan. Throw into Nigeria. Nigeria keeping the pressure and asking the questions.
Well, asking the right question in the opening 10 minutes of this particular game. Just a quick one to note that 2 Nigerian players are walking on a tightrope. talking about Undoka Jr. and Leonard Ngenge, two of our centre backs.
Picked up yellow
Who, if
cards.
they pick up yellow cards in this particular game, are
We've missed the
automatically
final game,
out
yeah.
of our last game against Congo.
Absolutely.
Which is something that the boys must be careful about, because it will not be fine to lose your best centre backs, you know, in a competition like this, knowing fully well that our last game is equally as important as this game, depending on how result goes in this particular encounter.
Rafiu crosses. Still Nigeria. Sudan are clearing their lines, defending with their lives. Of course, that's a long kick forward, aimlessly. Again, Abdul disappointed with that clearance there by the captain of the team, Junior Nduka.
Well, clearly into no man's land, not wanting to take any risk, not wanting to leave any stone unturned. Make we no talk for local palace and Abiko Sam. We saw what happened in the last game. It was poor miscommunication between Ngenge and of course Mustafa Lawal.
Absolutely.
That led to that goal Nigeria conceded. So nobody wants to take chance. Nobody wants reason say whether my back, the person in my back don't read down well. I mean, never read down well. It is to be careful and ensure there are no dangers that you want to worry about.
Of course, we can still waiting to see something from Anthony Ijoma, and of course Sikiru Alimi, who has almost been quiet so far, but Nigeria on the attack. A good control there. Movement, there's still Nigeria in the midfield. Good control. Nigeria keeping the ball and keeping it nicely. A very ambitious shot, Abdul. What was that?
You know, when we're in training, when you do this kind of thing, when we play football for local players, they go tell you, say, go down, give me 5. Now, what is supposed to happen right now? You're supposed to go down and do press up like 10, because that was aimless. Now, the shot lacked precision, it lacked direction. The first question is, in 9 out of 10 times, you will not score that ball from that angle. One, the goalkeeper was not off his line. So what exactly were you trying to do in that position? But if you enter, we'll go all celebrate, we'll go shout, say, fantastic goal from Tochukwu, Michael there, but it was an aimless one. He should have done better with that shot.
Tochukwu Raymond, of course, don't forget he plays his trade for Remo Stars in just number 17. Of course, very ambitious shot here, but of course wouldn't work the goalkeeper of Sudan. Nigeria, poor pass out. Can Sudan now begin to build? They are holding the ball gradually. Sudan still going. Can they finally cause a goal defending there by Rafiu, who so far so good has been one of Nigeria's best player in this game. Rafiu still moving the ball. Nigeria, quick movement. Still Nigeria, good be played there in the midfield. Of course, Haruna. What was that? He gets the ball to Sikiru Alimi. Alimi moves the ball to the wings to Rafiu. Nigeria still moving with the ball. A good delivery to nobody in particular. And again, that was a big chance. And Chell left frustrated.
Well, I think he knows what the early goal will do for the team. The early goal is what the team need. Good play from the flank. Beautiful cross. Unfortunately, but it looked like it should be a corner kick.
Well, it was played off his
off a Nigerian player.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think good play. Of course, from the flank. Of course, Taufik and Anthony Ijoma, the Abia Warriors striker, combining well to create that chance for Nigeria. We won the goals. Eric Chell knows that the first goal in this game, an early goal, and settles the nerves, calms the nerves of the players, and then the pressure will not be on them. Good defending there by Junior Ndeka, the captain of the side.
He seemed to be taking no prisoners in this one.
Exactly. If you look at the fact that we know what is at stake, these boys know if they lose today, there is no redemption. They're automatically out. Regardless of what happens against Congo, they're out of the competition. Well, we're not technically out, because it will mean that our fate will now be on the fact that Senegal will have to win their last game against this. Well, if we lose today, we're out. Because,
exactly.
Just remember that Sudan played out a goalless draw.
In the
their
first game,
1-1. So if they win, they've got 4 points. So it automatically rules us out of the competition.
Game over, yeah.
So he knows that we have to avoid defeat in this game if we are to stand any chance of reaching the quarterfinal. He knows how important the first goal is in this particular encounter.
I'll come back to you, Abdul. Of course, Nigeria's defender seems to be clearing everything out. The playing out from the back isn't what the instruction of this time from the coaches. Are you quite impressed with the style of play from the two centre back Ngenge and of course Ndeka Jr.?
Well, am I impressed? I don't think so. But the truth is the fact that the boys need to be very careful and they need to watch it. We need to move the ball on the floor and move it quickly. I think come on.
Sudan with a chance, a shot there. That was poor. Come on, just number 19, Mohammed for Sudan with that pop-up shot. But again, it was a Nigerian player who lost that ball in the heart of the midfield. Adebayo. What was he trying to do there? Lost the ball, and of course, that could...
The shot making must be quick. They need to do it quick, fast. We saw that in the last game was individual errors that cost us. It was that error that made us lose that particular encounter and all of that. So it just tells you that we need to do better. Cut out those individual errors, pass the ball quick, ensure that the boys move the ball faster. And when they move the ball faster, they can't find a way around these things. But if we don't move the ball quickly, we don't do the right passes, we don't create the right chances, we might struggle. I love the fact that Hadi Aruna is, of course, winning plenty of balls in the midfield. He's trying to be the creative spark in that midfield, and he needs to do it. It's important that we get those creative balls and try to create chances with those balls, because that's how the goal will come. Find the line breaking passes so that we can find a good result in this particular encounter. 15-minute play so far, no goal for Nigeria, but the Chan Eagles need to find that goal quick.
Just have to add this from the stats. Shot on target for the Super Eagles. Still waiting for the first chance for Nigeria. In terms of shot on target, wait and see where will that come from. Unduka Jr., the captain of the team, with the ball. Trying to go long. Changes his mind. Moves the ball quickly to the midfield. A great pass there by Unduka Jr. Unduka Jr. Still Nigeria. 1-2 there with the strikers. But again, Sudan appearing from nowhere. And of course, clearing out their line. Good defending again. Sadiq is the man. He comes back and does his defensive duties, Abdul.
Well, most definitely. Sadiq Ismail, one of the most experienced, one of the most exposed of the players in the 23-man squad for the Chan Eagles. We know, being with the Super Eagles, featured in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers, been in the World Cup qualifiers, a part of the team. So he's a player that should not leave any stone unturned. At this level, in fact, it should be the leader. It should be the man that plays with so much confidence and experience. And that's why I worry. I remember when there was this narration that, of course, he will bench a line and all of that. It's funny because he's not been able to show improvement in his game. He's playing the national team, invited, trained with some of the best legs in the world, but we've not seen it in his game. Yes, started the season, few seasons ago, fantastic, good crosses, linking up well with Sikro and all of that. But after that, what has happened to him? Touted to leave the shore of Nigeria. He returned. The deal never materialized. So he needs to do better. Okay. I want to see more of him going forward. I want to see more of him confident on the ball. I don't want to see a right back that had every opportunity just clears the ball. Put the ball on your leg. Try to control the ball. Try to also play the ball. That's exactly what I want to see with a player like, of course, Sadiq Ismail.
Throw in, of course, Sudan. Adebayo clearing that one out. Good defending there by just number 10. Doing his defensive duties. A long throw by Sudan. Good come throw by the striker. A foul, says the referee. Excessive force. And that'll be a free kick for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Just number 8, Taufik, the new man. Of course, winning that free kick. And it's Adil, in just number 15, the culprit. It's an elbow, the referee says. Too much holding. I don't know what the referee saw, but that's a free kick for Nigeria. Quite comical if you'd ask me, Abdul.
We'll take it, so long as it favors us. So we'll take the free kick and we'll try and rebuild from the back.
Nigeria with the ball. Throw in. Advantage Nigeria.
Now you see early possession after 15 minutes shows that the Super Eagles have 67% of the ball compared to Sudan's 63%. Now, saw the same thing the last time against Senegal.
Absolutely.
We had chunk of the possession.
Absolutely.
But possession without precision is nonsense.
Like I said, after all said and done, Nigeria has still failed to have a shot on target. So far, it's almost 18 minutes gone in this game, and still yet to see Nigeria walk the goalkeeper of Sudan, talking about Mohamed Al-Mor in goal. Al-Mor Saeed, the goalkeeper who keeps for Al-Zamala. Of course, the only player from that team in the starting lineup. Free kick Nigeria. Trying to find players in the box Sadiq will take in just number 11. What can Sadiq do for Nigeria? Can he get a good delivery in? He tries to signal to his teammates on what his plan is. The referee still having a talking to. Can he put something in there or whipping something nice for Nigeria to get a chance? Sadiq, good cross in. A header. Still Nigeria. Can he have a shot on target? Time effort there. Still Nigeria. And an ambitious strike again. Who does that? And at this level, it is, of course, jersey number 10, if I'm not mistaken, jersey number 13, I beg your pardon, Abdurrafiu Taiwo, with that aimless, preposterous shot that I tell you, would miss the target every day of the week.
Well, I think the players have something in their head, and once it's in their brain, they don't care what's going on the field of play, because how do you hit the ball from there?
From that distance.
Now, the first question is, when the ball came in, he should have gone back to the flank.
To the
for
build.
a cross back into the box because the momentum is still with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But when you take a shot, there's only two outcomes. Either it goes to the goalkeeper's hands or it goes haywire, goes out of play. Now it has gone out of play, you put pressure back on your team. See, mentality is also key. I want to make cases for the Chan Eagles, but I can't. Because every time I see them play, we watch football. We watch professional football. We see the way players play football. Now, it also tells you the struggle in the NPFL, the level of the NPFL. And that's why what the Chan Eagles are also chunking out at this
So it's not an Eric Chow issue.
So
it's the league.
So Eric Chow could also have his own issue.
Okay.
Because one thing is, as a coach, these are professional footballers, whether I like it or not. You should be able to pass
His
the
information.
right tactics to them, or else you drop them and find the players who will fit into your
Are these the best players in the MPFL?
Well, he has picked them. So according to he and those who have seen these players play, these are the best hands in the MPFL.
We wait and see how things pan out. Still a good ball cross in. Come on. Still Nigeria. Sudan. Trying to play smash and grab from absolutely nothing. Good control there. Good pass to the left wing. Can they deliver a good cross for Sudan? A good cross it is. Who is there? The answer is a Nigerian, Tochukwu. He clears out for a throw-in to Sudan. Sudan, again, trying to play on the counter-attack. Nigeria should watch it. Just number 19. Ahmed goes long. Still Sudan, a shot! And it crashes onto the belly of Ngenge. He clutches on his stomach. Hopefully, it's not on his groin. But Abdul, that's a lifesaver. That shot looks like it was going somewhere and heading into somewhere that the goalkeeper couldn't get close to.
Well, of course, good. Thankfully, for Leonard Ngenge, well, that
Would be painful.
That will hurt.
That would be painful.
It was straight to his belly, and he will feel it for a while in this particular encounter. But for me, I think communication needs to be very key for the Nigerian players. Of course, Adil, the Sudan jersey number 19.
Yeah, number 15.
Number 15, rather, looks very, very tall. So Leonard Ngenge will need to be on him, and of course, find a succor to ensure he is. But I just feel something when you look at this and probably go to my crystal ball, I'll look at it and say we need to find a goal in the next 3 minutes. I've looked at it and probably say Nigeria needs to score before the 25th minute, and if we can't get that first goal in the next few minutes, I think we can find stability in this game and we'll chunk Sudan and ensure that we're able to attack the Sudanese side.
Clearance still now with Nigeria. A good pass forward on the counter attack. A good pass forward to Nigeria. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. What can he do? Ijoma scores. Nigeria takes the lead. Anthony Ijoma, the man from Apia Warriors, keeps his cool, keeps his calm. Eric Chow is hands in pocket moment as Nigeria draws first blood. It is the Super Eagles that takes the lead. Abdul, exactly what the doctors prescribed.
But I think good counter attack for the Chan Eagles, what we wanted. There's no perfect way to score, and like they say in football, you are most vulnerable in a corner kick situation.
Absolutely.
Because when you take a corner kick, two things can happen. If it goes to a counter attack against you, you may be outnumbered, and exactly what we saw, the Sudanese players were clearly outnumbered. Beautiful pass there. It was well placed. Well, now it might be checked because he was onside. As far as I am concerned, he was already in the half
of the other
of the Sudanese team when he received the ball.
Is he offside? I think the VR will check
now
that.
Now the VR will check if he was onside when he received the ball, if the pass was not delayed and waited. But beautiful play, good counter attack,
and what a pass
if he stands, what a pass as well. If he stands, I think it's a fantastic one. And wait to see if there will be a VR check for this goal, or the goal will stand and it is Sudan who will have us restart conversation and restart this particular game.
We can always confirm to that VAR is checking it, waiting for official confirmation on the VAR. It's now hands in, and now
this is the biggest highlight you can see.
Exactly. Now the question is, do the Super Eagles have the mental strength to kick off from this?
Well, it's a big conversation, but the next goal will also be a huge factor. Does it go to Nigeria? Does it go to Sudan? Have we over-celebrated and now that the goal has been chalked off? Now look at it on replay. If you had released the ball here,
it would have to be
onside. But the moment it delayed,
so should we be blaming? Was it Sadiq who played that pass? Should we be blaming him for that late pass? Abdul,
a chance for Sudan. Cross into the box there.
He hits the ball. A goal it is.
And it's Leonard Ngenge with an own goal.
It is sad news, guys.
I think Leonard is having the worst tournament.
Leonard
ever.
is having the worst tournament ever. I must say that again. How did this happen? Ngenge with an own goal. 1 minute ago, the Super Eagles celebrated and danced the same exact way the Sudanese danced after scoring this goal. But again, this one is going to be counted, Abdul. Good header, crossbar, Ngenge. What was he thinking?
But I think it should be substituted. Now this is why. Psychologically, he has lost this tournament. There is no way you probably to say you will say it works. Now Leonard Ngenge for me was the culprit. Well, come on, how do you head the ball in that manner? What was Leonard Ngenge thinking? Now where is the concentration?
But again, let's give kudos to the striker who got his head to that ball. Beautiful one. I think that was a good beat there. Bang, hits the bar. And come on, man, this is comical. Abdul, I can't stop laughing at this one.
See, for everything you want to call it, it's a terrible way to concede. And now that's why I feel like Eric Chelsea should make a halftime change and take off Leonard. Now this is the reason why. Culprit in the first game, culprit already. Now 2 of his errors ultimately might have caused the Chan Eagles their stay in this competition.
Yep.
First, it was the error in the first game. Now this is a young player who is probably 18 years of age and making 2 big errors in a tournament like this. It just tells you that psychologically it's messed with him.
And that's to, I guess, a bit. Secretly, so far it's been 26 minutes gone. He looks more like a passenger. I haven't seen him in play in this whole game so far.
Now I'm not going to say much about Sikro Alimi because I'm one of those who believe that he has no business in this team.
Okay.
To be realistic, Sikro Alimi has no business in the Chan Eagles. This is a striker that cannot score 7 goals in the MPFL.
Okay.
So on what ground is Sikro Alimi starting? This is also a player that cannot give you 10 assists or 5 assists in the MPFL. On what ground does a player like Sikro Alimi start in a game like this? But the coach knows why. One, I don't see experience as a reason. He's not impressive. He's not good on the flank. He's flat as a striker. Does nothing in terms of position and running play. But then again, the coach's decision is always spot on. But I feel for Leonard Ngenge, I just hope he can recover. But Sikro Alimi, nothing surprises me at all. I hope the boys can now recover. Now, this is where mentality comes to play.
Exactly what I asked after the goal was cancelled.
The goal was chalked off.
And next minute
and now
you
considered
immediately.
an own goal.
Immediately.
It just tells you that the boys will need to prep themselves. They've got about 20 minutes in this first half additional time to try and find an equalizer and another 45 in the second half of this game to see what they can do. But I hope that the Sudanese don't find the second in this half.
Sudan with the ball from the get past one. Good dribble there. Another long cross in. Nigeria seems to be struggling with the area balls. Nigeria with the ball. Keep moving. A good pass. Come on, wow. Did I say good? Absolutely shocking. Sudan with the ball. Good turn. See Sudan keeping the ball calmly. Adil moves the ball to Ahmed. Good football there. Unfortunately, that pass was... Again, what is going on at the back line of the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Another miscommunication, Abdul. And Unduka Jr. is livid. Absolutely livid.
I think the team lacks communication skills. Because even without speaking out, on the field of play, there are basic communication that should help them move the ball better. Now, look at that point. What exactly was Hadi Aruna trying to do? Now, this is needless. If he gets booked, it's a stupid yellow card. He could have leaned on the player. He could have done better. But poor decision making, poor thinking there by Otani.
Taufik,
Taufik Otani there.
Yeah.
There was no need. You are putting pressure on the player. Pile the pressure more on him and ensure that he loses the ball. But bringing him down there, if the referee puts his cards in his pocket, lucky for him. If he gets a yellow card, he puts himself under serious pressure.
The man impeded is no other than Abdurazik Taha Yakub. He plays for, of course, Al Hilal Khartoum. What we see, of course, the goalkeeper of Nigeria, talking about in jersey number 16, Lawal. What can he do trying to orchestrate his defense? Tayyub, who dust himself up and take this one. Can he deliver something in, of course, to worry Nigeria? And it goes directly for goal. Again, over-ambitious. Lawal would not be worried one bit. Goal kick for Nigeria. Of course, like I told you, Nigeria, despite dominating the possession, dominating most sector of this game, like in the first game, trail by a goal to nil. Goal kick, Lawal will take. I will go long.
Now, looking at the way the Super Eagles are set up, it's a 4-4-2 formation and not a 4-3-3 formation as area displayed.
Yeah.
Because what it looks is Hadi Haruna is playing in midfield. So we are playing a 4-4-2 diamond formation with Ijoma Anthony again. And of course, Sikru Alimi leading the line for Nigeria. And I ask myself, what is Eric Chell trying to achieve with a formation like this? Now, it's clear that these boys will not thrive. One, you've got 7 players from a particular club. When naturally this team back home play a 3-5-2 formation or a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah.
But you've got these players playing a 4-4-2 formation, diamond. How will they adjust or be able to translate that decision onto the field of play?
Well, I'll come back to you, Abdul. Let's take this corner kick. Of course, Tochukwu, in just number 17, will take this corner kick for Nigeria to see whether they can pull a good cross in. Who's there? Nobody. And it looks like it will roll out for a goal kick, but Nigeria will keep it. Or no, says the referee. Goal kick. Again, the delivery so far, I must be truthful to you, Abdul, has been nice, but of course, there's been no end product to all those balls that have been sent into the box.
Well, not at all. There's been no end product, and I just tell you 30 minutes played, half an hour gone already. There's still Sudan 1, Nigeria 0. Did I expect a scoreline like this? Absolutely yes. Even yeah, of course. I said so that we must be realistic with ourselves. Sudan might not be on the same level with Nigeria, but how many Nigerian clubs can safely beat Al Hilal of Sudan? How many Nigerian clubs can beat Al Ahly Khartoum? Al Hilal
Abdulman as well.
Yeah, how many? The answer is maybe none. We cannot safely say 4 Nigerian clubs will beat a Sudanese club confidently. We can't. So it tells you the difference. And because these players come from this league, if it was the main Super Eagles squad against Sudan, I can say yes.
Yes, we can. You got the quality.
We can't beat them. But let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be realistic. Now, Sudanese football is growing. Their basketball is not at the same level with us. If the Sudanese or the South Sudan team meet us, they go flog us for basketball. Now, fact. We don't fear argue them. So, all of these things cumulate to the fact that the players also need to do better. And I just hope that they are able to find a way to find a goal in this half and hopefully win the game in the second half.
A free kick for Sudan. A good cross in. Is this a chance at goal? A shot! Blocked! In second action, Nigeria leave it dangerously on the counter attack. The Super Eagles go. Come on again. Come on, Abdul. I don't know who teaches them this way, but it looks like Super Eagles can have another chance. Wow. He hits a shot. And that's, of course,
Hadi
Haruna. I tell you, the name Hadi speaks for himself because the ball went so high. Like in Hadi. Abdul.
Well, terrible decision making there. I've got to feel for Eric Chell. Man is getting older than his age.
Come on,
the Super Eagles job is taking a toll on Eric Chell. He's not started. A gentle reminder to him that in a few weeks' time,
the Super Eagles will be in action.
The Super Eagles are in action and he will sweat. Probably going to see ×2 of what he's seeing right now out there. But come on, he signed up for this. Remember, Nigeria take on Rwanda in the World Cup qualifier.
And of course, South Africa.
On the 6th of September 2025, before we take on South Africa a few days later, precisely on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday, in that one, in our 6th, I beg your pardon, World Cup qualification match. Hopefully, by then, we would have known whether we are going to the World Cup
or not. Or
we probably need to find a coach for the African Cup of Nations, because that will be the next phase of building for Nigeria, the African Cup of Nations and all of that. But for me, so far so good. Got a feel for Eric Chell. Difficult, no doubt about it. Players looking like they are struggling. And then it just tells you one thing. If your players, after 90 and probably 45 minutes of gameplay, are struggling to adapt to a style you are playing, why not change it? When managers think they are stubborn, it comes at the detriment of the team. And the team here is that we might crash out.
Again, another poor pass. Offside. Like I said, a Chell again, hands in the air, acting what is going on. Again, but I don't know. I just digress a bit, Abdul. how far can this coach take them? Because sometimes you ask yourself, these guys are not professional footballers. The guy was clearly offside. Why lay the ball to him?
Communication problem. I think that's one of the biggest problems the boys have gotten. See, they can actually play this ball, but they need to communicate better. That's what they need.
Nigeria with the ball. Still Nigeria. Is it the foul? He still goes. He goes. Again, Sudan defense standing tall. He tries to beat one too many. But that didn't go through. Still Nigeria again in the heart of the midfield. Another heavy pass. But finally gets to the man. Sadiq with the ball. Again, another pass that is heading nowhere. Throw into the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They look a bit disjointed, Abdul. They can't seem to move the ball because for every time they play, they can't seem to get the final pass in for someone else to get. Still Nigeria. Again, the shot making poor. And again, it looks like for every position they keep, it is aimless, Abdul. Aimless.
Well, the Sudanese have gotten our style of play all mapped
Figured out, yeah.
Now, you look at it. Now, both sides don't have a shot on goal. After 35 minutes, but Sudan lead, of course, because it's an own goal. So it's
From Genge.
shot of goal.
Lona.
Now, no shot on target for Nigeria. Same thing happened on the first game. It just tells that there's no progress. And that's the reality. You know, you cannot play 45 minutes without a shot on target.
Just to hold you, Abdul, that was a big chance. The player, just before he could get the ball, he slipped. Oh, yes, he slipped. And of course, the Sudanese, Talib, I beg your pardon, will kick the ball out for a corner kick. Nigeria are trying to ask questions, but the truth remains, these questions are not being answered. Kwesi Apia will scream. Don't forget, let's let you know that under his tutelage, football in Sudan has grown. They have qualified for the AFCON after a very long time. They're also on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup as well. If all things being equal, now they could be on the verge of knocking Nigeria out of the African Nations Championship under his leadership. A good corner kick there. Goalkeeper comes in and saves. Still on that chance for Nigeria to deliver another cross. And again, the same outcome. Sudanese defense standing tall. Nigeria building. Moves the ball to the wing. Of course, Nigeria trying to see. Good 1-2 touches by Nigeria. A good control there. But of course, he slips, but he gets the pass through at the end. A long ball forward. To who in particular? But of course, the Sudanese defense comes in. Is that a penalty? The referee says no. Still Nigeria. And finally, the referee says no. Free kick to Sudan. In less than 2 minutes, it looked like the judge was going to get a penalty.
No, that's
and then the next minute,
that's how
a foul.
What just happened now, so it's a reflection of the MPFL.
Explain, Abdul.
Now, why or what exactly was Ismail trying to do? Why not try to have the ball better? That's what she should have been doing. Try to have the ball in a position where you have a chance. Well, it looks like he's going to the VAR.
No, that's a replay of the offside goal by Nigeria. The line has been drawn.
Now,
you can see it clearly.
He could have done better, but he went to the ground too easy. It's lucky he didn't get booked. So, why go to the floor? Try to win your ball.
At least try and hit the ball, at least, yeah.
But he's gone to the floor looking for a cheap penalty. Only to be lucky that he didn't get booked. For me, I think he's lucky he didn't get booked.
Okay, guys, we are getting closely to halftime. 38 minutes of football played so far. And I can tell you, Nigeria, as you can see, yet to score. Sudan won here at the Aman Stadium in Zanzibar. Don't forget, Nigeria played 2 friendly games at this same location, Zanzibar, before the start of the CHAN against Zanzibar. They won the first one. They were beaten in the second one. And somebody said that was a little teaser of what to come in the tournament so far. It is Nigeria. 2 games played. No goals scored, and it looks like at halftime Nigeria may still be unable to put a ball in the back of the net. Throw in, a long throw there for Nigeria. Gets to the wing. Still Nigeria. Rafiu deliver something good. Rafiu crosses. A header there. Beautiful header there by the Nigerian striker. We finally see Sekiru Ademi. He puts his head on that ball, but of course, side netting. Good cross there by a few, but the header had the power, but not the precision.
Well, definitely had the power, but not precision there. Alex, good one. It shows progress. But it had to come after 39 minutes. Still no shot on target. Yes. But that's an off-target shot in that particular one. But like we say, make we still wait for the first goal or the first chance for Nigeria in this competition. Unfortunately, that goal had to be chunked out for offside. Now this is where I want to test the players' mental strength. They need to do more. You know, they also need to fight for themselves. It's one thing for the coach. For Eric Chell, he loses 3 games, come back, prepare for the Super Eagles. What happens to the players? What next for them? You know, this is the questions we need to answer.
I think this answers a lot of questions when people ask why not home-based players in the Super Eagles. I think this is the answer to all the questions, Abdul.
Well, of course, this is the answer to all of the questions. They are not good enough. And that's the absolute truth. They are not good enough. If they are, would have been... See, I know that the Super Eagles sometimes can be poor, but not this poor. We must be honest with ourselves. Not this poor. This team lack coordination. Too many unforced errors. Of course, if we're allowed to use that word in tennis, or turnovers in basketball, it's terrible. And you don't excel when you do plenty of turnovers, when you do plenty of mistakes, and all of that. Now, it's one thing to blame Eric Chell for not playing to the player's strength. But now let's talk about players' individual performance, regardless of formation. Has it been inspiring? The answer is absolutely not. So my take here is, Chell or no Chell, these players
are bad.
Well,
and just throw in for, like, we'll come back to you. There's a lot of questions to ask. Like, seems the more I watch this game, there are more questions than answers for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But of course, we can see Sudan. Good turn by Sudan. Moves the ball to the wing. Sudan right now. Nigeria playing catch up. A long ball forward. And finally, Lawal will have something to do in goal. But they won't worry him from almost center of the 18, of center circle in the pitch for Sudan. A header. Still Nigeria. Can he get something in? Good control there. Of course, Nigeria again can't move the ball quickly. This team lack a bit of urgency. One touch too many for the Super Eagles. Another wayward pass. The more I watch them play, the more I ask questions. Adil wins the free kick for his side. Abdul, before I come back to the abysmal, shambolic, and total, let's say, draconian football I'm watching here, do you think Eric Church could go back to what works for us, our wingers? Nigeria is known for having fast-paced wingers who are ready to take on strikers, and get delivery in.
As well as I want to also blame Eric Chell, I also will blame Ogumadidi.
Okay.
And Fidelis Electrical.
Who are also part of the TikTok.
And this is why. I am sure that Eric Chell did not draw up the list of players in the Chan Eagles.
Okay.
He had assistant who drew up the list for him. Come on.
A penalty it is!
Come on.
And again, Leonardo Genge.
Come on.
Put his hand on the air.
This is
like
absolutely...
It looks like it's absolutely abysmal. Genge is having the worst tournament of his life. He thought he was Superman. He flew in the air, hands on the air, ball to hand. Ungenge is hands to face. But this is comical. How? Come on, man. How do you do this? Ungenge has, don't disrespect, penalty for Sudan, and this could be the final nail in the coffin. Abdul, before we come to the penalties, I don't think Ungenge has the quality to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
I said it earlier. Get the boy out of the game. Get him out. The moment he made that error, the realistic thing to do was to sub him out. That was the realistic thing to do.
Two comical mistakes. Now Sudan will score 2 goals from absolutely nothing.
See, you don't say now. This boy has ruined the entire tournament for the entire team.
I think the coach who played him should be the one to blame, not him. He can't play himself.
It's not about it. See, this is a psychological. It's not a mistake. He's a young boy. He's not even 20 yet. When he makes such error, help him to help himself. Get him off the field of play. And that's simple.
Penalty for Sudan. Of course, the man to take it is jersey number 5 for Sudan. Of course, that is Al-Walidin Dayin Kari Sufur of Al Hilal Khartoum. He puts the ball on the spot. Walidin Kadir. And boy Abdul, he makes it 2-0 for Sudan.
Well,
Abdul,
no surprise at all. What is the Nigerian goalkeeper trying to achieve?
He's tried his best, but his best not good enough. 2-0, Abdul.
Well, I think easy peasy there for Sudan. They will take it through to the next round.
Sends Lawal the wrong way.
We're not
plays the ball
round yet. It just tells you that it's done and dusted for Nigeria. only a miracle of beyond epic proportion.
Even that miracle may need
can
even
help,
more than that.
the Super Eagles and
It
this
must
one.
be supernatural.
I think get him off the field of play. Help Leonard get off the field of play.
You can see the captain, the players trying to rally around him.
See, it is senseless. He was not under any pressure. He just
nobody was close to him. Nobody was close to him. What was he thinking? Boy, oh boy, this is unacceptable. This is unreasonable, and this doesn't tell a true and fair view of football here in Nigeria, Abdul.
Well, it's sad. It is sad, but it's crazy. You know, this team don't look inspiring. Individual errors have cost them this thing, and in as much as you want to put the blame on Eric Chell, also blame those that also drew up the list for me.
Okay, Abdul, 45 minutes gone in this game so far. Genge, he's still in dreamland. He can't believe it. It's deja vu all over again for him. He can't fathom. He can't put together what has happened in the past 1 week for him. Abdul, it is Sudan 2, Nigeria 0. What can Richard do in the second half to turn the tide?
Well, it is simple. Ring in the changes. I've continued to insist that Sikra Alimi has no place in this team. Probably jig something up, bring somebody off the bench. Try and do 1 or 2 changes for the team to see how probably the boys can find something in the second 45 minutes in this one. You look at the bench. There's a Jabbar Malik who did his part in the first game. Of course, started that one. Alex Oyewa, good player. One of the better players, Kudusa Kani. Maybe also give him a run out. Anas Yusuf.
Where can we get the top scorer in the MPFL coming? Anas Yusuf.
I think the first substitution we should be looking at is to go to a 4-3-3 formation. Take out, of course, Sikro Alimi. Take out Ijoma Antonio as far as I'm concerned. Bring in Anas Yusuf, Shola Adelani. Anas spearhead the attack. Adelani goes to the flank early enough. But if we come back into the second 45 minutes without making a change, it just tells you one thing and one thing alone. Eric Chell is not interested in the progress of this tournament and just wants to play 3 games on a holiday himself, enjoy the beach in Zanzibar and return back to Nigeria.
Okay, waiting for halftime, of course. It looks like 4 minutes of added time has been handed over to the players. Nigeria trying to see if they can get one before halftime, but of course, it's not good readings for Nigeria, not good readings for the Super Eagles, not good readings for Eric Chow, not good readings for Raymond Stars and Okumodede, because it looks like at halftime it could be 2 goals to nil. But a long throw, still Nigeria cleared Sudan. Good control by the midfielder. Nigeria with the ball but can't simply create something off the ball. A good pass here. Could it be the delivery? Can Sadiq get something in? Sadiq gets nothing in. It will be a corner kick. Ahmed defends with his life and defends for his team. Corner kick, Nigeria, Abdul.
Well, corner kick for Nigeria there, but good defending from the Sudanese team. Exactly know what they want and are doing it in numbers. I've got to feel for the boys. I've got to feel for them. Nothing seems to be working here. Everything is looking like back to, of course, restart, and nothing at all is doing well for the Nigerian team. Another corner kick for them. Hopefully, they can find something in this one before after.
London Genge trying to appease for his errors, going for the ball, but avoid heading the ball to the head of a defender who goes up to a goal kick. Corner kick, a party for Nigeria. Can they deliver something from the left-hand side into the box? Unuka Junior pushing and shoving going on. Short corner kick taken. Again, I don't know what the plan was. Was it done in training? I don't know. But a good cross in. Sudan, defensively solid, I must say. For every delivery, they've been defensively solid. And they'll go for a throw into Nigeria. Abdul, let's not. It's not going to be all gloomy for Nigeria. Can you pick out some positive from this game in the first 45 minutes?
Absolutely, there are no positive. Individual errors, too much in this team. We are not doing what we should do the right way. The errors are too much. The key players keep making it time after time, minute after minute, seconds after seconds. Poor passing decision, not doing the right thing, not making the right balls, not asking the right questions. It just tells you one thing. Now, the urgency that is coming now should have come
from the start of the game.
moment the game started, because we know we're on the back foot. We need the goal.
A shot on Nigeria! That was a glorious chance. Jersey number 19 for Nigeria. Alimi Sikiru had a chance to put that ball in. A good header down by Sikiru. Boy, oh boy. Abdul, how do you miss that? That looks like Anthony, if I'm not mistaken, who placed that ball over the bar.
It was Sikro Alimi who placed the ball over the bar. Shocking there.
Shocking. Really
Perfect,
shocking.
perfect.
A good
way.
header down.
Yeah, perfect way to have scored that goal. To at least have one back and then hopefully come back in the second 45 minutes. Look at, you could see Leonard Ngenge there, and clearly not happy. Well, it's halftime from the Amman Stadium in Zanzibar.
Yeah.
It is Sudan who lead Nigeria by 2-0, and as it stands, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are all but out of the CHAN tournament and will kiss the tournament goodbye if result stays this way. And the team will be back after their last game, which will just be
Against Congo. More of a formality.
more of a formality in this particular one. So it's halftime. It is Nigeria who trail by 2-0. So your halftime thought before we go on that break.
Oh, come on, man. It's gutsy for me. My eyes have seen the glory, but I tell you, the glory is far from Nigeria. Is there any way back? It looks like it's like the camel passing through the eye of the needle. But it's football, they say. A goal can be scored in less than 2 minutes. So it's possible. If they come out like a house on fire, get the first goal in the first 10, 15 minutes, then the mission impossible could become mission improbable. Another goal, and then it could be doable. But come on, man. Like you said, I'm trying to pick positives, and I can't seem to find any single thing to pick on. Whether it's defensively, attackingly, communication, passes, it's been absolutely terrible. And I hope things changes in the next 45 minutes.
Well, we do hope something changes in the next 45 minutes for the CHAN Eagles. But right now, it is Nigeria who trail by 2-0. We'll go on this break, and when we come back, we'll take, of course, the second 45 minutes of this game. And hopefully, the CHAN Eagles still have that chance. Bamoja 2024. It is the African Nations Champions to be CHAN 2024. It is Sudan 2, Nigeria. And the Football Temple, brought to you by Alza Studio. We'll be back after this halftime break. back for the starter of the second 45 minutes here as the Nigerian Super Eagles trying, of course, to get a chance back in this game. Well, in second half, it's not just Sudan 2, Nigeria 0 in this particular one. So we're back on the way. Take us through that one. We understand the middle boy Vincent and Stephen Manuel have replaced Leonard Genge and Haruna Hadi in this one.
Absolutely. I think the coach had to make some changes. I am surprised he made only 2. I was expecting 3 changes. Ngenge was obviously out of sorts. The coach did a change and also took out Hadi Haruna as well, who was all over the place as well. So 2 changes. I just hope that these changes will also metamorphose into a change of formation from the 4-4-2 to 4-3-3. But we'll wait and see how things pan out. So game that began already. In this game already, Nigeria looked like the team starting on like a house on fire, but we saw that in the first half, but they capitulated towards the ending. It's still Nigeria 0, Sudan 2, and the second half of the game has officially begun here at the Aman Stadium in Zanzibar. Of course, a good move on there. It is Sudan. Can they control? A good cross in there, cleared. A header forward. Cleared away. Good pass there for Sudan. A cross. And of course, Sudan still keeps that one. So it was a heavy cross, but Sudan still in possession. Throw in. Advantage Sudan. You can see, of course, Sudan doing all they can. Just number 9 will take the throw in. Yasir. A long throw forward for Sudan. Cleared away from the 18-yard box, but Sudan still with the ball. Good control. Get past 1, get past 2. A ball to the wing. A good cross there. Nigeria will keep this one on the counter-attack. Can they break? Nigeria. Again, he delays the pass. Too many touch and the chance look like it's gone. Who does that? So that will pick the ball and counter-attack. It's now end-to-end stuff right now. Sudan on the counter. It's 2 against 2. He get past 1. Can he hit a good shot? Still Sudan again. Good defending there by the midfielder. And Nigeria will counter-attack. It's now end-to-end stuff for Nigeria and Sudan. The game has opened up. Nigeria. A pass. To the midfield. A long ball forward for Nigeria. Trying to find. Of course, he finds. The striker get past 1. No, not again. A poor pass. And that attack has been halted. Sudan in possession. Good 1-2 there from Sudan. Still Sudan. A poor pass. Nigeria will pick it up in the heart of the midfield. A good pass to the striker. Again, that pass was too heavy. Sudan will keep it. Get past 1. Sudan. Not in a hurry to kick the ball away. Why would they be? They lead by 2-0. Long ball to the left back of Sudan. Good control there. 1-2 football there. Sudan are playing exquisite football. Good pass there by Sudan. Oh no. Poor decision. And Nigeria will counter-attack. It's now do or die for Nigeria. They must chase the game. And chase they must. If and only if. They must get the game. So I think it could be the Achilles heel for Nigeria. As well as could be the turning point. Of course, the new substitute. Vincent. Move the ball forward. Cleared. Throwing Nigeria. Abdul, it's end-to-end stuff.
End to home. That's the way I will call it for me. Say, we must be realistic with ourselves. A team that struggled to muster a shot on target in the entire 90 minutes in the first half. Is that a team that want to give confidence to muster a shot on target? We've gone 45 minutes. And now this is where my conviction comes. 90 minutes in the first game.
Abdul, just hold your thought a bit. The first yellow card of the game. It goes to Sudan. Of course, Sudan will pick up the first yellow card. Free kick for Nigeria at the edge of the box. Just number 19 is Ahmed, who picks that yellow card on a foul. And the referee is not having any of his excuses. Free kick to Nigeria in a promising position. A good foul there. It was just number 17, Tokchuku, who was fouled. winning the free kick in a very dangerous position. Abdul, back to you.
Now, we played the entire 90 minutes of the first game without a shot on target. We've played 45 minutes in the second
Still
game
no shot on target.
without a shot on target. And for all of these, we've got players who in the first game, Anthony Ijoma and Sikiru Alimi, played almost the entire minute
Duration of the game,
of that game. Now, Sikiru Alimi played 89 minutes in the first game. Anthony Ijoma played 90 minutes until he was substituted. Today, we've played 45 minutes and both players
That's still on the pitch of
are
play.
still on the pitch of play after failing to register a shot on target. And I ask myself, what exactly is the two front men doing after 2 games and the coach has still not seen something different from them? And that's why I leave the conversation. It just tells you one thing, that Eric Chell is either too stubborn or does not believe in the rest of the players who took the competition.
Come on, Abdul. This is not just wayward. He's look at the chair. He's disgusted. The free kick taken there by Tochuku over the ball, over the wall. I beg your pardon. Over the bar, and I tell you, it's closer to the fans than to the back of the net, Abdul.
Well, most definitely, you should look at it. Free kick wayward. First and foremost, the wall is set up a Nigerian wall in front of the Sudanese wall, setting that it was going to deliver something beautiful.
Yeah.
You've got, see, at the end of the day, it just makes a mockery or brings bad name to the league.
It bring disrepute, right?
Yeah, disrepute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, this is it. This is it. You know, these boys will regroup, most of them, for the CAF competition squad.
Most of them are
and
playing
CAF
in the
Champions
continent,
League.
yes.
We'll see it. We'll see the struggles of the league. Already, we are writing off Remo Stars. That if
This is what they can, yeah, exactly.
if they manage to go through, they will go and play Sundowns. Even before a game is kicked, we know that they will not beat Sundowns.
Okay.
We know they will not beat Sundowns. So the truth is, we need to do better as a football. We need to tell ourselves the truth. The league needs to get better. The league needs fresh players. The league needs younger players, needs better players, needs players who can also help improve the fortune of the leagues. I'm sorry to say, a few years ago when we were at the champ, the league was not this bad, and we saw the players go to do well. None of these players can even play. If the Super Eagles decide to draw 6 lists,
Yeah.
none will do it.
Okay, still Nigeria. Abdul is not rating the league any better. From what we're seeing, it's more like an eyesore than football. But like I said, anything, never say never when it comes to football. A long pass forward, trying to find Sadiq. Again, dispossessed by the Sudanese team. Still Sudan. Get past the marker. On the counter-attack, quick play there. Fortunately, that return pass wasn't good enough. And it will be Nigeria who will win possession. Still Nigeria. Good ball there. Again, Nigeria dilly-dallying on the ball. Failing to release the ball when necessary. Good control there by the midfielder. Turning back to danger. Again, a long ball forward. Finds Rafiu. Rafiu crosses. A header by Nigeria. Unfortunately, corner kick it would be. As the defender got there first. Goalkeeper Salman couldn't gather the ball before it goes off. But again, good cross there by Rafiu. But again, if there's anything I can tell you about the Sudanese defense, is that they are absolutely solid in the air.
Well, of course, they're absolutely solid in the air. No doubt about it. The Sudanese have all the confidence, have all the composure, have everything going for them. And it looks like it might just be game, set, and match for the Chan Eagles.
Corner kick. No, says the referee. Goal kick instead. I thought that ball touched the hand of the goalkeeper before going out. But the referee is having none of it. Counter attack in Sudan. Can they put the final nail on the coming for against Nigeria? Sudan, a squad black. Is it number 3? It is Nigeria. Jersey number 8 with that beautiful finish.
I've got to laugh.
It's becoming a mullet.
Eric Chell. I've got to laugh at this, to be honest.
Jersey number 8, Abdul. Wait a minute, Abdul. It is Abdurazak Taha Yakub with that goal. And I tell you, if Nigeria was out at halftime, Nigeria landed in Abuja right now.
$100,000 waiting for them at the airport. Hopefully, Abdurazik Omer with the goal for Sudan. Too easy. Counter attack. Now, 2 Nigerian players were running back, and 2 of them graciously.
How
graciously.
This is schoolboy defense defending. Schoolboy, and the goalkeeping terrible. Positioning for the goalkeeper terrible. Look at the position of the goalkeeper. Absolutely unnecessary. The defending schoolboy-like. The finishing exquisite. Nigeria nailed to the cross.
Well, I think nailed, disjointed, disbantered, every word you want to use.
This team should be disbanded.
Well, I think the team should. I've got a few for a lot of players who hope that this tournament will be
their tournament.
Will be their tournament and something that will shine for. And it just speaks a whole lot of how bad Eric Chell is also.
Eric Chell, you're not throwing some shade on the manager.
We need to be honest.
Okay.
Eric Chell is, well, is there a VR check for the goal?
Come on.
Just to help Nigeria. Hopefully, if it's to help Nigeria, it will
I don't say anything wrong anyway, but VR is checking. Was there a foul before the goal was scored? We're waiting to see. Was there a handball? We're waiting. But we're waiting for the official VAR response to ensure, to confirm that Nigeria will be out. The referee says, goal scored, Nigeria sunk.
I think it is terrible. It just tells you one thing and one thing alone. This is not what we want to see for our football. Sudan, the word is Sudan. It's terrible. There's not how you want to sugarcoat it, but we must be honest with ourselves. Sudan, if we cannot beat Sudan, I'm sorry, we have no business in the CHAN tournament.
Eric Chell still pointing additional instructions. Why shouldn't he? But come on. Like I did say when the game started, Abdul, talking about the fact the game was too open. It could be our Achilles heel. It could be our way back into this game. Unfortunately, it is the Achilles heel. And then they caught Nigeria napping on the counter, and Nigeria paid for it.
Well, they caught us napping and we paid dearly, squarely for it. And I'm trying to ask the question. First, finally, is that a shot?
Who shoots from 50? That can't be a shot. Who shoots from 50 yards, Abdul? Come on, man. Come on, it's absolutely shocking. Come on, Abdul. I don't think Nigerians will want to watch this match again.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And there's nothing. There's not how you want to say it or probably do what you want to do. It's sad.
It's shot making poor. They're holding up to the play too much. They can't seem to put a shot on target. And I can tell you, Sudan on the counter attack again. I know it's not good news or good music to your ear, but that's what I have to tell you. On the counter attack, it is Sudan now playing kickball. Why wouldn't they? The gods of heaven smiling. That tells you that what we got against Senegal in the first game could be a fluke. Counter attack there, good pass there. Good turn by Sudan. Still with the ball. A great pass. Still Sudan. Can he deliver something into the box to cause pain and havoc? Nigeria all over the place. They are everywhere. Nowhere. High five from goalkeeper Lawal and Nduka. But I know in Nduka's mind, he'll be asking, what could have been in this game?
Well, what could have been is the fact that the Nigerian players are praying graciously for the final whistle to come. I must be honest, we need that whistle.
It is the worst CHAN team we've put out in the African Nations Championship.
Is making it look
modest.
Modest.
Okay.
Now, this is the most unqualified Nigerian team ever. Now, they should not even be called Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad this team is. And I'm being honest,
So who selected this team?
Blame Eric Chell, blame Fidelis Dejugu, blame Daniel Ogumodede. See, I know a lot of people are trying to carve out the home-based coaches from this. Now, I'm arguing the fact that, or I'm stating the fact that, for many Nigerians, of course, online, that, yes, blame Eric Chell. We must be honest.
You have to blame him. He's a man. He'll take the fall.
Who wrote the 35-man list? It cannot be Eric Chell. And that's the truth. It cannot be Eric Chell. Now, some persons have placed that list to him. I understand players have been played out of position.
Okay.
And I don't dispute it. But we must tell ourselves the truth. It's not even about playing players out of position. The realistic truth is that these boys don't even look like professional footballers. They don't look like
some of them look heavy.
They don't look like they can play football. And that's where the conversation should also start from.
Okay.
The fact that they are struggling to understand, yes, playing a defensive midfield out of position, are playing an attacker, playing a player that's not started. But the truth, the reality remains that these boys are not even playing like
They don't look like
footballers.
footballers, yeah.
So if you are struggling to even assert yourself into a game, how am I confident that you can even find a goal?
That looks something of a chance. Sikiro Alimi trying to dig in something, of course, for a cross or something, but according to the referee, he impeded or he tripped the jersey number 9. We hear, of course, foul. Sudan will take that one, but of course, again, Nigeria, Abdul, for the opt-in time, can't get a shot on target.
Well, and that's where my point is. 60 minutes played in this game, an hour played so
60
far.
minutes of excruciating
And we've
disastrous play.
See, now, it's crazy.
Is this the worst 60 minutes of a footballing life, Abdul?
Well, I won't say so, but until I think Sudan have a 4th goal already.
Okay, it looks like Sudan has made it goal number 4 in this game. A good build-up there from, of course, Sudan, passing the ball around. And a great pass there, cross in. Of course, beautiful cross there. And I can tell you, bang on the money, it is goal number 4. Nigeria are struggling. They stutter. They fall. Kwesi Appiah said before this game, we don't respect Abdulaziz Omar is the goal scorer. We do not fear Nigeria. We respect them, but they've got something coming. Boy, oh boy, they don't. I can scratch that. Abdulaziz Omar. Nigeria has not got something coming. Nigeria has been belted. They have been fired. They've been taunted. They've been decimated. They've been annihilated. They've been destroyed. They've been put to the sword. And Nigeria will suck and cry blood, Abdul.
Well, international disgrace. That's the right word. Now look at where they hang that goalkeeper. They hang her for where no good. Make I talk.
So that looks like favorite to win the title, playing against Nigeria.
Well, see, it just tells you.
Is that how bad this team is?
It's terrible. It's terrible. I think the Senegal game gave us hope, but come on, how do you let a player unleash a ball like that inside your box?
And it's that same man again, Omar
inside your
Abdulrazak
box.
Omar.
You let a player unleash that kind of shot, not outside your box, inside your box, and I ask the question, where is the marking?
If you are watching this game, please, you're not daydreaming. It's not a night. It's not a nightmare. It's reality. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, Abdul will say, please don't call them Super Eagles, call them Chan Eagles, are trailing by 4-0 to Sudan. And I can tell you, if that is pain, I can let you know you've got more than 25 minutes of more pain to come for Nigeria. Abdul, any changes right now? Coach made 2 changes at halftime. It has not worked.
You should go and sit down.
Okay, and he's still standing up there.
You should go and sit, please. You should just. I think he's trying to show his masters that he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
So when he stands up and they see him active online, they're happy that
online.
Yeah, he's active online. By standing. But this is comical, no? So
absolutely,
it's absolutely disgraceful.
That looks like there could be a card.
It is absolutely comical. It is terrible. Doesn't speak well for Nigerian football. Doesn't also help the growth of Nigerian football. There's absolutely no word you can use to describe a performance like this. Not surprised at all. I expected it, but not this disgraceful manner. Expected us to lose to Sudan, but never expected us to be pummeled in this manner. 4 goals in less than 70
is this
minutes.
the best team? Again, I'm getting a lot of questions online, and they're asking whether this is the best team that Nigeria would have put out. Is it the best players in Nigeria at the moment, playing at home?
These are the players that have gone to the tournament, or these are the players that have started.
Okay.
Now, whatever the coach is seeing that has made him not bring on some players from the bench, it is clearly on him, and that's the truth. I look at the coach of Nigeria. All I can say is realistically is that Eric Chell has stained himself, and that's the reality. He has stained himself because whatever he's done in this competition will go on to speak a lot during the CHAN tournament, during the Nations Cup qualifiers and World Cup qualifiers. I beg your pardon. With the Super Eagles.
Update from the game. Look like Sikiro Alimi has played his final minutes in this game,
and in this tournament as well. I think
we'll wait and see. Sikiro Alimi is going out. We hear. It looks like it looks like he's going to be picking up. He's got a bleeding face. The referee has forced him to go take medical attention. I think this is the cue for the referee to send him out, but we are still waiting. Unfortunately, Eric Chow is not even interested in what's going on with Sikiru. He's more interested in what's going on in the field of play. But that finish again, Abdul, that's quite astonishing. What a finish. Wait for the ball, hits the ball so well. Goalkeeper Lawal in no man's land.
Well, definitely. But you ask yourself, where's
The time and space to hit that ball.
just see? It's incredible that a player can hit that kind of ball in a half, with so much space. Come on, we need to do better.
Is Lawal a good goalkeeper? It seems to be the
I
focus on him.
don't think any of the goals have been his fault.
Okay.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
I think the third goal is not
See.
his fault, but his position was bad.
And none of the goals have come in
Yeah.
the way that these are goals that even the
beaten
best
with- back
goalkeepers
will
will
be beaten.
concede.
Yeah.
Will be beaten to it. But the truth is, letting the Sudanese so much space is where I have a problem.
Okay, guys, Sudan are still dominating again. Maybe I'm now sounding like a broken record. It's still Nigeria losing by 4-0, and I can tell you that Nigeria has still failed to hit a shot on target. Don't forget, in the first 19 minutes, Nigeria did not hit a shot on target. And in my ears, I heard Godfrey saying this could be the time for Nigeria to get one. But after almost 70 minutes, Nigeria can't even get a shot on. I would not say for them to score a shot on target in this game. We have Anas Yusuf in the bench, who can come in and, of course, change the narrative. He's a forward. He plays for Nasarawa United. We've also got, of course, another forward in the name of Obaje Godwin, Rangers international
Godwin
striker. Exactly. And, of course, Jabbar Malik, of course.
Why
he can come
are
as
you
well.
forcing Secret to come onto the field of play?
When he's bleeding?
Don't stitch him. Just substitute him. Must you see? And it looks like the coach is fixated with certain players.
Okay.
Why you? Come on. It is what it is, But
And
again,
Nigeria play with one man down, 4-0 up, 4-0 down. Why not just change him? This game is the time is being wasted, could not be gotten back. A chance for Nigeria. What a defense there by the Sudanese defender.
now the Sudan
Spot on.
Sudan are 4-0 up.
Yeah.
But
Look at
I'm playing
look at
like
the
a
desire.
team
Yes.
that is goalless and is chasing a goal in this game. Now moving the ball better accuracy, better technique,
Yeah.
and it just speaks a lot about the Chan Eagles, to be honest.
The Chan Eagles are not flying. Their wings have been clipped. I can tell you categorically that the Eagles are not flying. They are not walking. They are not crawling. They are being steamrolled by Sudan in this game. Eric Chow is having a chit chat with the coaches. Maybe someone from the bench could come play the revival card. Nigeria with the ball. A good movement there to the attack. Good control. Moves the ball to the left hand. Rafiu finds, of course, the new man, Obot. Moves it to the right. Sadiq will pick the ball. Oh, Sadiq. I thought about Stephen Manya, beg your pardon, not Obot. Unduka. To the captain, Junior. Unduka. To Rafiu. At left back. Tries to find the winger and finds himself a throw-in. Good defending there from jersey number 18, Abdul. Fadul, I beg your pardon, not Abdul, Fadul. Throw-in. Good defending there by Yasir, jersey number 9, playing at right back in this game. Sikiru Alimi, the man who has been stitched, back in the pitch. The ball is out, says the referee. And again for the opt-in time. Abdul, who selects these players?
Eric Chell, Daniel Ogumodede, Fidelis Lechuku, and everybody. But for me, I
But
think,
the question is, how did this team get this bad? This supposedly supposed to be the best players playing in the Nigerian Premier Football League, Abdul.
well, again, it just tells that the NPFL is also not at the level it should be. And that's the truth, because, see, 11 players, not a single red card.
Yeah.
If we got a red card, I would have excused the red
Yeah,
card.
so it was in this
But no red card, losing 4-0 to Sudan in less than 70 minutes speaks volume of the entire team.
Sudan with the ball.
See, tactics or no tactics, formation or no formation, playing the players in the right formation or not, come on. We need to do better.
Throw-in, it will be for Sudan. Of course, you can see Vincent, the substitute, particularly has been a passenger. No impact. 2 changes were made for Nigeria. Jersey number 2 and jersey number 21 is coming in.
Shola Adelani.
Yes, Akoni, Kudus, and Shola. Yusuf Adelani. They'll be taking the place of jersey number 19. Of course, that is Sikiru Alimi. And of course, wait and see who the other player that will be taken out as well in this game. When we get confirmation, I will let you know who was taken in. But 2 changes. Abdul, the coach goes for a midfielder in Akoni Kudus, and of course, Yusuf Shola, a forward. Still no Anas, the top scorer in the NPFL.
See, truth is, we must be honest with ourselves. Anas might have been the top scorer, but it's unfortunate that somehow, the coaches don't rate him. It is the sad truth, painful, but it's the truth. Am I surprised Anas is not starting or
No.
is not playing the entire? No. We must tell ourselves that we've got a system where that does not reward excellence.
Okay.
We've got a system that rewards mediocrity. Now, Sikiru Alimi has scored 5 goals in the entire MPFL. And somehow, somebody wants to convince me that a player that scored 5 goals in the MPFL should play 70 minutes and 90 minutes in the CHAN tournament, while a player who scored 18 goals in the MPFL cannot get 30 minutes in the competition.
Yes, I will scratch
just
that.
tells you that
He hasn't gotten a minute.
it's absolutely no, he
Abdul.
played in the last game.
That's
He came
a
off
few
the bench.
seconds, yeah.
It just tells you that we reward mediocrity in our system. Because what is the yardstick for Sikiru Alimi starting for Nigeria? What? He was not the best player in the pre-tournament training. He was not even the best player during the qualifiers. So why are we playing a player like Alimi? I think I've made up I've made peace with myself.
Okay.
That the coaches want to continue to do what they feel is right for them and not what is right for the team.
Okay, what is right for the team right now is that Kudus and of course Yusuf Shola have come in, and they'll be hoping to, of course, reignite the chances of the Super Eagles. Team B, for emphasis, if and only if Nigeria will play in the next round of this competition. Forget Nigeria lost by goal to nil against Senegal in the first game, and of course earlier today we saw Senegal and Congo play out a 1-0 draw, which means that Senegal is all but through to the next round of this competition. The question now is who joins them. Will it be Sudan or will it be, of course, Congo? Long pass there to the right back. It looks like Sudan may join them because due to the goal difference, depending on what Congo plays against Nigeria. Good football there. Vincent will leave that one for his captain, Junior. Vincent to Rafiu. Rafiu is going nowhere. And again, like I did say, he ran to a blockage, throw in Nigeria. Fadul has had a fantastic game, I must tell you. His tracking back for Sudan has been absolutely fantastic. A good pass. Stu, of course. Manyo. Good control there by Rafiu. Rafiu goes back to his captain, Unuka. Unuka moves the ball to the heart of the midfield. Still Nigeria. A pass. Turns instead. Again, one touch too many for the Nigerian midfielder. Moves the ball to the left wing. Rafiu with the ball. Nigeria passing the ball diagonally side to side. No bite or no creative edge in attack. Could this be the first shot at goal? The answer is Abdul. What was that? It's not even a shot.
You asked him to shoot, Nozo.
I said shoot.
And he
And
shot.
shoot he did.
Exactly.
And it was closer to the corner kick than the goal post, Abdul.
Well, it sums up the entire game for Nigeria. The frustration, everything entirely in this game. The players are not happy, struggling for precision, struggling for control. Look at Eric Chell. Don't go come on your eye, yo. Don't go come on your eye, coach. No verse. Come on.
It's embarrassing. I don't think anything was considered up to 3 in this game, in this competition.
When last did
Nigeria considered 4
When last did Nigeria lose by 4 goals?
in any kind of competition.
Any kind of competition. When last?
I wish I could pan the cameras around the studio right now, even to the production studio as well. It's heart and mouth moment. The hearts have dropped. Some of them have forgotten that Nigeria is playing a football game. But unfortunately, it is what it is, Abdul. And the more we watch the game, the more we sink into our hearts. Chell still not giving up on the game, having a TikTok with Anthony. But Abdul, let's be realistic. Nigeria lost it from the blast of the whistle.
Well, I think we lost it very, very easy.
Even the fans can't seem to believe their eyes. It's how some of them who have paid through their nose to get to Zanzibar will be flying back as quickly as next week Tuesday.
Well, the truth is, it's crazy. It's crazy how things are and how the boys are struggling in this one. And it just tells you one thing and one thing alone. Everything does not look right for the Chan Eagles. It doesn't look right. Player performance look poor. There's no precision. There's no better coordination and organization. And at the end of the day, the truth remains that the Chan Eagles must be realistic with their target and must do better. We are out, and that's what it is. We are already out of this competition. We cannot deny the fact that the boys are out. We just need to now come back. Unfortunately, it's not about going back to the drawing board. The team is officially disbanded. None of these boys can make it to the Super Eagles, and that's the sad reality. Not even one goalkeeper. I think the realistic truth is every single player in the World Cup qualifier must be foreign based. I don't care if the player plays in Kazakhstan
or Uzbekistan,
or even in Benin Republic. Not a single player from the NPFL deserves to be called up for the Super Eagles next qualifiers against Rwanda and South Africa in the World Cup qualifier. Now struggling to hold on to play, cannot even do the basic of trapping a ball. Come on, it is sad.
Okay, guys, we see how things pan out. Nigeria still hoping. Of course, a good control there by the Sudanese. They're still going. Of course, blocked there by the defender. The referee says, but illegally, free kick. It'll be for Sudan. Manyo, the defender who replaced, of course, Leonard Ngenge, is a man who is the culprit. I can tell you, Eric Charles still not a happy man, still dishing out instructions. At least I love his never say die attitude. Sudan, I beg your pardon. Long ball forward. Good control by Sudan. They're still building. Again, dispossessed there. Good defending there by the midfielder. So far, so good. The midfield of Nigeria has not held their own. The likes of, Abdurrafiu Taiwo. Of course, I don't think he's done too badly at left back, I must tell you. But the midfielders have failed to keep their own. The likes of Tochukwu Raymond, and of course the new man who just came in, and that is talking about Akoni Kudus Olamileko. It's looking like they have not really held their own in the game. The midfielder for Nigeria has been below par for Nigeria.
Well, below par is the right word to use. These boys have been terrible, and they've been absolutely disgraceful. I don't think I've seen a worse Nigerian team ever. What I've seen in those boys.
At least something to cheer Abdul. A good cross into the box. And of course, it's goalkeeper Mohammed Adam Saeed who comes in and clatters every player and gathers the ball in the air for Sudan. But again, still no shot on target for Nigeria. 2 changes for Sudan. Jersey number 17 and jersey number 14 coming in. Of course, for Sudan, we all know Mohammed Mahmoud is coming in. And of course, Mubarak Abdallah also coming in for Sudan. 2 changes, and it's that man who has had a great game, I must tell you. Talking about Adil Adli, he's had a fantastic game. He comes out in this one for Sudan, and of course also coming out as well is of course the man of the moment in jersey number 8, the score scorer. 2 changes for the coaches. For me now, it's all about ensuring that you don't concede. And I'm trying to rest some of his key players, Abdul.
Well, definitely. They've got I think the last game is against the Triangle Alliance of Senegal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A dicey game against Senegal to come in their last. They have 4 points with a healthy, goal
advantage. Absolutely. Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
And 4 points. As it stands right now, they go top of the group, ahead of Senegal on goal difference in all of that. So, they know that in their last game, all they need is to avoid defeat and hope that, talking about Congo, don't win Nigeria. In fact, the last game is so good for them that if Congo don't beat Nigeria, they are through.
Yes.
Regardless of what happens. So all they need to do in their
avoid defeat.
Is avoid defeat.
And they are through.
Now avoid defeat, they will even top the group.
Exactly.
Even if Congo go on to win, except Congo score
a
more
truckload, yes.
a truckload of goals.
And I don't think they're going to
Nigeria,
go against
which
the
is possible. Come on, it is possible.
Abdul, come on. Don't throw Nigeria the
What
ball
we
that
have
way.
seen is very possible, no? So we must be realistic with ourselves and what it is. But the truth is, this team is bad. This team is not good enough. The players don't even understand. Look at Shola Adelani. He's come off the bench, picked up a yellow card.
Yeah.
Discipline.
So now this brings me to the home-based coaches. I'm talking about Fidelis Chuku, who I know I'm one of those who says I don't think they are up to standard. They haven't helped the team. It's probably with the main Super Eagles. It's more like Eric Chella and his foreign team. Do they really play a major role in what, in impacting the Super Eagles, whether team A or team B? Because it looks like it's all about, let's allow this man do his thing.
Well, I think it'll be interesting to see the kind of questions that will be asked also in the press conference. One will want to hear the kind of question the Nigerian journalists will ask Eric Chell. He said he's not a Nigerian coach. And,
Yeah.
I like the fact that he stayed true to his principle, and his principle has failed him.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to hear what he says henceforth, with his principle. It's terrible, and that's it, And as Yusuf is still on the bench, will probably not play this game. The coach may be satisfied with what he's seen so far.
He can't be satisfied losing by 4 goals.
Well, if he's not satisfied, he would have made the change.
He's made 4 changes. He has got one more left.
I think it's you're just going to look at it and ask yourself that what is the game plan? I think Anas Yusuf has come onto the field of play. If I'm not mistaken,
We'll wait for official confirmation yet.
Maybe the Eagles make a substitution. I think so. I think we made a substitution. No, confirmation to check that, but
it doesn't look like it's Anas Yusuf anyway. But we'll confirm that as well. It looks like the change person coming is just in number 21. But I said I will give you official confirmation as they go on. Go on, Abdul.
So it just tells you one thing that the coach has already has a plan, has a mindset of his own, and just wants to do what pleases him. And unfortunately, what he thinks is the right thing is not the best thing for the Chanigu.
Sudan on the counter attack, and they make it goal number 5. He runs, but blocked there, of course, by a few who comes back to do his defensive duties. Nigeria moving the ball quickly this time around. Where was this football a long time ago for this team? Playing a little bit more confidence. They say he that is down, fears no fall. Come on, it can't be lower than this for Nigeria. They keep moving. Can this be a good pass? Good football there by Nigeria. Keeping the ball. Foul, says the referee. Free kick Nigeria. Akoni, the man who was impeded. The free kick taken too early. The referee says the free kick has to be taken and taken in the right position. Akoni, they're dispossessed there by jersey number 4, who as well has had a solid game for Sudan in this encounter. He's been everywhere and anywhere. I thought about an order that, of course, not Junior, I beg your pardon, Taleb Abdurazik Abdallah. What a player he's been as well for this Abdallah Abdurazik. So many Abdurazik as well for one of them was also a goal scorer, scored twice in this encounter for Sudan. Quickly, a quick throw there, a quick free kick, I beg your pardon, by Sadiq.
Communication problem again.
Can we call this a shot on target?
Again, well, I don't think so. Once again, communication problem again.
2 players going for one ball.
2 players going for one ball. Come on, this is not amateur football. This is professional football, for the love of God. How do we struggle to communicate on the field of play?
Basic coaching etiquette, they will say. But again, you can't teach a professional footballer how to pass the ball, but it looks like Nigeria needs to be taught from zero based at the moment right now. It is of course Manyo finds Unduka. Unduka still with the ball. He dilly-dallies and then wastes so much time for a player who is losing by 4 goals to 0. Finds Sadiq Unduka still in the defensive area. Finds, of course, just number 21. The substitute, of course, for Nigeria. Needs no introduction. Shola Yusuf. Abdurafiu to the midfield. Back to, of course, Manyo. Manyo moves the ball to Sadiq. It looks like Nigeria are happy passing the ball in the heart of the defense. Another pass by Nigeria dispossessed. Again, for every time Nigeria gets past the center circle, the Sudanese player comes in and disposes them.
Well, it just tells you that the Sudanese have a plan and they are
they are happy to allow Nigeria pass the ball in their half.
exactly, because they know that we're probably not doing we're not doing
There are a few misplaced pass. Sudan will now go on the counter. The referee says, wait, free kick. Tochukwu wins that one for Nigeria. A long ball play forward, trying to find Yusuf. What can Yusuf do? With the left, with the get past one. Still Nigeria cross.
No, Nigeria's first
shot on target.
On target.
In the 78th minute, Abdul.
First 85th
85th minute,
minute.
85th. What's my eyes telling me here? 85th minute, Abdul.
We had to wait 85 minutes
to get our first shot on target.
In this competition.
Wow.
Sad.
Really sad.
We waited 175 minutes of football to get our first on target.
A cross in. Still Nigeria. Wow. What was that, Abdul? Nigeria can keep the ball. Free kick. Very, for lack of word, I'm trying to be modest. That was a crazy foul there, Manyo. What was he thinking, Abdul? Come on, unnecessary foul. He didn't need to do that.
You're not. It's not a situation where
not a threat.
Where there's a threat or counter and all of these. But
look at Chel. Hands in mouth moment. His hands is wrapped around his mouth and like. How the question is, how did we get here?
Well, I think there's only one way. He costed him. He brought it upon himself. There's no doubt about it. Tried to change the philosophy, trying to instill a style of play that looked like was not what the players wanted, but all of that. And it just tells you one thing: that unfortunately, this team is absolutely not good enough. 3
changes by Sudan. Like that now is about just damage limitation. Just ensure that they keep a lot of players, a lot of rest. Don't forget they'll play again on Tuesday. The final group game, same time. Both games play simultaneously. The final group game of the tournament, they play at the same time to determine who will qualify for the next round. Of course, so 3 changes. I think for now Sudan have completed their 5 allowed changes for the day. Nigeria has got 1 more to go. We'll wait and see if Eric Chel will use it. Abdul, but really sad to see that 1 more change. It looks like the change will finally come. Just number 24 for Sudan is coming in. Of course, that is, of course, no other than Mohamed Teya. Mohamed Teya is very happy, young man, who plays for Al Merrek Khartoum. He will be replacing jersey number 11, Ali Abdallah, of course, who plays for Al Hilal Khartoum. It is the Khartoum connection here for Sudan, Abdul. And the final change for Sudan.
Well, final change for them. All 5 changes done and dusted. Sudan have won this one. Very easy. Very, very easy for me.
Too easy.
Like, we didn't come to the party at all.
Yeah.
And Sudan will probably look at themselves and say, come on, we got this wrapped up as quick as the start of the second 45 minutes. Absolutely nothing Nigeria could do. Nigeria looked very, very poor. Extremely poor. And I think we should play for pride. That's what we should do against Congo. We've got to play for pride.
Okay.
You know? Not scoring a goal is not winning a match will be bad.
And not scoring
not
at
scoring
all.
a goal will be terrible. You know,
in 3 games.
In 3 games. Play for national pride. Try to find something in this game. Try to do something right. Just try to find a way to encourage these boys. We need to play for pride.
Still Sudan right now. Can they make it goal number 5? They're still going. Can they put the final in the coffin? It's still Sudan. 1 touch too many. He smacks it. Oh, yes, he does. And that's jersey number 9. Yasir. Of course, come on, he went past the defender like he was not there. 1 time, 2 times.
Went past even
Manyo with ease twice. And then smacked the ball so heavily. Lawal was in no man's land. If that was 5, then that would be a 5-star salute to all the players of Sudan. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be chance wasted. But again, cracks at the back for Nigeria.
Well, I think crackers, everything you want to add at the back for Nigeria. It is sad, to be honest, it is sad. Not giving what Nigerian team should give, but the Sudanese don't care. I think every Nigerian right now is waiting for the final whistle so that the boys can go and rest.
A shot there! Hits the bar! And that's what we're talking about. A shot from almost 35 yards from
Tochukwu Michael.
He hits it with his left foot.
Nigeria's best chance.
Where was this shooting? Bang on the money. And that is how to hit a ball. Firecracker. But that was not on target either way. He still crashed the bar. Was just 1 shot on target. But again, fantastic try there by Tochukwu.
Well, I think better, of course, by Tochukwu and all of these looks better. And to be honest, it just tells you sums up Nigeria entirely in this game. You know, scored a goal, ruled off for offside.
And then the capitulation began.
Capitulation began. Players struggled to get back into the game, struggled to find their bearings, struggled to, you know, assert themselves into this one. And all of that, you know, are in the conversation. It just tells you the frustration, the pain, the anger, the agony for these players. They are humans, you know.
Absolutely.
A special play on Nigerians to not take this on the players. They are humans. It could affect them psychologically. Some of them are playing at this stage for the very first time in their
None of them.
career.
I don't think any of them have played in the continent except some few Remo Stars players who played in the preliminary round, Abdul.
Yeah.
In the preliminary round. There's none of them are playing the continent. There's some few Remo Star players who are playing the
like
preliminary
I said,
round.
yes, few Remo Stars players.
In the preliminary round, yeah.
Probably few Abia Warriors player. Maybe a possible.
Maybe the Shooting Stars, basically, maybe.
No, they're not playing on the continent.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Rivers United.
United, yeah.
Who also play on the continent. See, to be honest, I just feel like everything that Richel has done in this tournament is a disaster. It's an absolute disaster, and we just have to go back and probably look at ourselves and tell ourselves the hard truth. The players are not good enough.
Okay.
I also understand the aspect of the fact that the coach was also a bad one. Decision
making for you
were terrible.
Okay.
He did not help himself in glory with player selection, players tactics. All of these are accumulated into what I would describe as a bad tournament. The tournament is over for us, even though we have one more game to play.
Yeah.
The boys are out. No amount of miracle can make us advance to the next round of the competition. It just gives you a clearer picture of Nigerian football. Nigerian male football. I must exempt the women's team because they've been doing a human job.
Yeah.
Or a human job. It just speaks volume of the level of Nigerian football, especially male football in Nigeria. And this is exactly what we are seeing in a game like this.
Okay, of course, we are gradually heading to the end of the game. Of course, 4 minutes of added time was added, and we are gradually winding down in this game. Nigeria trying their hard. They're throwing everything at Sudan, including the kitchen sink. They are huffing and puffing, trying to blow the house down, at least for once. And has to smile on. A good pass there. Sudan wants to keep a clean sheet. They want to keep a clean sheet. And a clean sheet, they must. That's the target for Sudan right now. Just to keep a clean sheet, because for the victory, it seems to be done and dusted. It's to be points in the bag heading to the final game of the group. Of course, 4-0, waiting for the final whistle from the referee. A sad one, the top scorer in the MPFL will not have a kick out in this game. It looks like maybe a run out in the final game against Congo. Who knows? But for now, it looks likely that, of course, Nigeria will not just be beaten, but they'll be battered, they'll be shattered, they'll be torn apart. It will be more like a molestation, because it looks like a senior brother beating a junior child, because the gulf in quality is evident, visible to the blind, audible to the deaf, and the gulf from here, from Abuja, where we're reporting from, down to Sokoto, maybe as far as, the far north of the...
Well, like you rightly mentioned, just waiting for the final whistle and confirmation of Nigeria's 4-0 thrashing. And in the hands of Sudan, as the Super Eagles are all but out of the CHAN tournament.
We're waiting for official final whistle, but for Sudan, it's keep ball time. They're not interested in attacking anymore. They think their job done for Coach Kwesi Appiah. The Ghanaian, like I said, since he became the coach of Sudan, their football have risen over and over and over. But for Sudan has a chance to make it goal number 5. A good quick play. Good defending there by, of course, Sadiq. It could have been worse. But Abdul, the nail has been confirmed. The result has been sealed. Sudan ink their name in history as they trashed the Super Eagles Team B. Full time here from the Amman Stadium. It is Sudan 4. The Super Eagles of Nigeria Team B. No.
Well, it is Sudan 4, Nigeria 0. It's the end of the road for the CHAN Eagles as the campaign had the total energies at CHAN 2024 comes to a disappointing end. It is no way back for Nigeria. It is looking like it is 2 steps forward, 19 steps backward for Nigerian football. We've seen success, like we rightly said, success with the Super Falcons of Nigeria, success with a whole lot of Nigerian team, only to get to the CHAN Eagles, male football per se, and it comes crashing home. It ends with Sudan taking all 3 points advancing, having one foot in the next round, and it just tells you one thing and one thing alone. It is a disaster for Nigerian football.
Abdul, let's come quickly before we move on. Is it that the Sudanese team were very good, or that Nigeria Super Eagles was very bad?
Well, I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Sudanese team were good. They played proper football. The Chinese Eagles were terrible. So could we count 10 passes? The answer is
No,
absolutely
no.
not.
Yeah.
So for that reason, for me, I think you have the answer.
Okay, guys, Kwesi Appiah, come on, how good, we just need to talk about this man, He's rewriting the history in Sudan. They are true to the African Cup of Nations proper. They are on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup. They keep this momentum going for a team who have never been there. And now, they beat giants of African, one of the giants of African football, despite with Nigeria, by 4 goals to 0.
Well, I think for me, now my pain in this game, before I go to Kwesi Appiah, my pain in this game is not the fact that we lost. I expected it, but it's the manner in which we lost.
Okay.
See, the truth is, when you look at the way Nigerian play,
Okay.
we expect something from a Nigerian side. But when you see the Child Eagles play, see, I must be honest with myself. Did I think these boys will win? I said it before the game started.
No, yeah.
Sudan will beat us.
Yeah.
They have a better league. They have better players on paper
Okay.
than us.
But you were hoping for a surprise.
What I wanted, the
Yeah.
Nigerian in me wanted us to win.
Yeah.
But the reality on ground is that we are not good.
Okay.
The Sudanese are better, and that's a statement of fact. Do they have a better league? 100%.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
They do have a better league. But because sometimes we feel like as Nigerians we cannot take it away, we want to see a progressive result from Nigeria. Now, how do you hold 61% of possession and you lose by 4 goals to 0 with just 1 shot on target? It's crazy. But it's what it is, and it's full time. It is at the Amman Stadium. It is Nigeria who have lost this game by 4 goals to 0. Not so final words.
Yeah, come on, man. I just can't phantom what went wrong. I know I used the word phantom at halftime. Right now, I think I'm daydreaming because, like you said, I wasn't too sure that we were going to beat them, but I wasn't believing that we were going to go down by 4 goals to 0. It was a masterclass from Kwesi Appiah. I think, and we saw what he did in Ghana. He did so well in Ghana. Therefore, the politics he left. And since he's gone to South Sudan, they've been on the horizon. It's been up, and for their football. And wow, come on, the man is doing something good. There definitely must be something wrong right he's doing in Sudan to ensure that their football is growing the way their football is growing. For Nigeria, I want to say drawing board, but I think we've used 1,001 drawing boards in our football. We keep going back to that same drawing board, and it still doesn't work out right. The league must work out. The league must improve. The league must get better. We want to get a proper league where we see proper teams play in a proper league that has sponsors, proper league that is televised. So that when this list is being released, even in an average Nigerian fan on the street can say, no, we watch the league, this guy is not playing well. Not that when you bring a league, they'll be like, well, let's see what they can bring. Not when so many Nigerians know some of these players and where they play for because they are not following the league. Get the league on team so that we can begin to be the one to scrutinize, even as we scrutinize the Super Eagles team, we also want to scrutinize the Chan Eagles list as well. That's where I see it. We need to get our teams playing at the topmost level and then to metamorphose to what we see in the continent, whether it's the CAF Champions League, whether it's the CAF Competitions Cup, and we're going to do well. When last did Nigeria to qualify for the group stages of the CAF Champions League? The last team that did well in the Competitions Cup was Rivers United. And after that, the other teams are more or less passengers for preliminary rounds, So a lot must change about our league. Does this tell us a true and fair reflection of our league? The answer is yes. So we need to go back and do a proper recheck and get ourselves together because to me, if this is the Super Eagles of Nigeria Chan team, then I tell you, man, our football is in a comatose.
Well, if this is what the best the Nigerian team can offer, our football is in comatose. Well, the Chan Eagles will play their final group game next Tuesday when they take on Congo in a dead rubber game. Win, lose, draw. 20, 30, 40 nil. The Chan Eagles are out of this competition and will case the tournament goodbye. Of course, that's how far we can go. Watch out for the post-match reaction of this game as we continue to follow the Chan tournament. Hopefully, we'll be bringing to you also the post-match reaction of Super Eagles coach Eric Sekuchel. We'll hear from him and we'll listen to what he will say about this game. Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studios.